Hey, just want to answer this quick question for somebody that wants to remain anonymous. He goes, just had the buyer. He bought stuff from me and told me that it was faulty, but didn't open the case. He says he's trying to be good. I offered a full refund and returned shipping label, but he claims he threw the item out because it was faulty and insists on a full refund still. The item was a Volkswagen part. He claims he's since gone to the official Volkswagen dealer because the fuse blew away and he wants $40 for his inconvenience. Keep in mind the item only cost $37.99. I called eBay and they say if he leaves negative feedback they might remove it. Okay, this is a common problem which I used to see on eBay all the time. Occasionally I still read about it, and it's really just a scare tactic. He's trying to scare you into giving him a refund. The reason why he hasn't opened the case so far is for two reasons. He knows if he opens up too many cases, eBay's system will flag his account. That's why he hasn't opened up a case. It doesn't mean he may still open the case later at a later date, but that's why he hasn't. If he can get you to refund him without a case being opened, he goes under the system and eBay won't suspect him for fraud. That's why he hasn't opened the case. And the best way to deal with this situation is just to insist on eBay policy, which is that he returns the item and upon return you will offer him a full refund. He says he's thrown away the item. I doubt it. He's probably using the item. Anybody with common sense that's bought a $40 or near $40 item will probably contact the vendor straight away. They wouldn't throw it away. So that's that really. It's pretty cut and dry. Just, don't insist that he returns the item and don't offer him a refund unless he does. If he's happy to accept the swap, I probably would have went down that route. But he's thrown it away or has claimed to throw it away, so your options are limited here. And you may get negative feedback, and to be honest, knowing eBay, they probably won't remove it. eBay is very strict in this regards, pretty unfair in this regards and rigid, so don't expect any feedback to be removed. But the reason why you need to stick to your guns is because he probably does this with a lot of sellers. So if you keep all refunding him, he's going to think that he could get away with it and he's going to continue. So you're better off nipping it in the bud. If sellers stay strong, don't give in to this type of blackmail, which it is sort of blackmail or manipulation, then buyers will stop doing it. So take a stance and don't refund him. Now, if he does leave negative feedback, that's another question in itself. There's ways, if you look at my older videos, I've explained ways in which you can get negative feedback removed under the right criteria. So I recommend you look at one of my older videos for that. But just quickly, one bit of ammunition you can use is the fact that he said that the fuse blew. Now, he's saying the fuse blew. That implies that the fuse was working on arrival and it blew at a later date. So if he leaves you negative feedback, call up eBay and use that to your advantage. Say that the item arrived in good condition and it blew at a later date. Blew implies it happened afterwards. So I'll probably hinge my bets on that. But even that, it's not a sure bet. That isn't concrete enough to get the feedback removed. Maybe also hinge on the fact that he's requested a larger refund than the item is going for. Like you said, he wants a $40 refund with the item's $37.99. if you bring that to eBay's attention and say, well, he's wanting more than he got, that in addition to the fact that the item potentially worked on the rival and blew it later day, possibly you can get it removed. The idea is that you want to be, when you communicate with him, you want to trip him up. You want him to say something that's very inconsistent. So, of course, you don't want to bully him, or you don't want to go off track too much. You just want one of two things. You want him to go off course slightly, then trip himself up so you can use it as ammunition to get the feedback removed. But at the same time, you want to stay firm and insist that the feedback, that you're willing to take the feedback because he hasn't returned the item. Okay, I hope that helped you. If it hasn't, comment down below and tell me why, and if you've got another question, also comment down below and ask me, and I'll happily reply. Until next time.